Hello, my name is Kimberly Beal. I live in beautiful Southern Oregon, and I am super excited to be in this children's literature class. On this screen, you can see a picture of me doing a beehive inspection at a top bar hive with my little girls. This was just a few weeks before they absconded and left me very brokenhearted and sad, but with 3 gallons of honey, so that was great fun. A little tidbit of information, something that's unique about me, is that I am a Harry Potter virgin. I have not read any of the books nor seen any of the movies. I have many friends who are super surprised by this and swear that they are the best books they've ever read. And so I will add them to my bucket list, but I have yet to visit them. So I'm going to share top 10 books that just came to my mind at a glance as I was thinking about what my favorites were and just trying to rack my brain and remember a few that I love. And certainly there's many more, and it will probably ever change. Very fluid list I have here. But starting with my first one is called Chrysanthemum by Kevin Henkes. This book is fantastic. She starts off with the perfect name and the perfect life until she starts school. And then in school, a girl kind of snubs her, makes fun of her name, and she wilts. And it just gets worse and worse. And she continues to wilt, and her life is miserable and sad until the beloved teacher, Mrs. Twinkle, whom everybody loves and adores, shares what her first name is, and it's Delphinium. So then she shines again and is able to come into her own and appreciate and love her name. The next book on my list is kind of a silly one, The Monster at the End of This Book. I love how enthusiastically Grover tries to encourage and exhort the readers to not turn the page, and then in exasperation you find him on the next page exhausted that we went ahead and turned the page, and he continues to warn us that there's a monster at the end of the book, and it turns out it's simply him. It's cute and endearing, and I loved it as a child. I love all of Mary Pope Osborne's Magic Tree House series. I think they're fantastic. A little bit of historical fiction. It's a wonderful, great read for boys and girls alike. They can learn a little bit about different time periods, and I love that it is books that take them on their journey and return them back safely home. Mercer Mayer is a favorite that I could read to my children, and this title here I gave to my middle son, who became a dad 2 months ago, because he has collected most of Mercer Mayer's books. One of his favorite things to do, of course, is to look for the hidden critters on each page, and I love that Mercer Mayer's books always have a great moral to them. Encyclopedia Brown was one of my favorites as probably about a 4th grader. I loved his initiative, his drive. I also loved that he gave us the opportunity to solve the mystery, if we could, before it was revealed. So I thought that was great fun. Right along the same time period, I remember reading Choose Your Own Ending type books, and I cannot recall any of the names, but I also loved that adventure of being able to turn to page 60 if you think X, Y, and Z happened, or turn to page 312 if you think A, B, and C happened. So that was a lot of fun, both of those at the same time. B is for Beaver. I love this one. It's an Oregon alphabet. I love that it has 2 different levels of learning. So there is the simplified version, and then also the more in depth if you want to know more about things, and that each letter has something unique and fantastic to celebrate in Oregon, and so it's a great book. B is for Beaver. Of course, I love the Boxcar Children. Definitely probably showing my age here. I love how they worked so well together, how they fought occasionally, so keeping it real, yet they were a tight-knit family of young orphans, that everyone had something to offer. No matter how small, they had something to contribute to the best of the family, and it's right up there with Laurel Ingalls series, to be honest. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? I love the cadence and the rhythm that this book offers as it goes through the alphabet, and the fun way that it describes all of the injuries upon the alphabet babies as they fall out of the tree, and how their parents scoop them up. And it's just got this cute little cadence and rhyming skit scat skit scat. Let me see if I can remember. Chicka chicka boom boom. Will there be enough room? Skit scat flip flop flee. I don't know. Super cute book. Loved it. Loved reading it to children. E.B. White is another one of my favorite authors. Probably The Trumpet of the Swan is my favorite of his. This book is really about growing into your talents and growing into yourself, and some unlikely friendships that aspire. And I think it's a wonderful book that gives you hope and is endearing to the heart. And of course, I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and all things Ronald Dahl. He is amazing. This image here is not the one that I remember in my mind. I remember it being a yellow cover, but I just couldn't see it. And Roald Dahl also has lots of other fantastic books that are so much fun. The Twits, The Witches, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Boy, they're all just true to his style and really engaging, and just great fun to read. I think one of the things I love most about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is that the boy appreciates the small things, and he has lots of gratitude and unselfishness, and it's very appealing. All right, enjoy.